My understanding is that the custodial party is asking for the new child support amount to start the first day after service citation on the non-custodial party, which is allowable under the Texas Family Code. But again, I always look at circumstances, how old the order is. The fact that it took a while to transfer, and there was not a temporary order. So again, I'll look at all those factors to see what the court might do as far as start date is concerned. So at this time, I'll ask the state for, again, the official opening on the record and tell the court what the state has as the dates of service on this matter. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I show non-custodial was served on October the 7th, 2023. I can pull up that document if I need to. And if the court was willing, I would ask to be able to revise my opening a bit, because I think it was somewhat brief.
All right, yeah, again, so at this time, I'll go ahead and ask the state for an opening and tell the court what the state's requesting, what you understand agreements to be and contests to be, other than the start date of the new child support amount based on service citation. So I'll let you go ahead and tell the court anything else in addition that you think I need to know at this time, Mr. Diamond. And I see Ms. Morales present, and there's Mr. Ariana. Okay, got it. So everybody's present. So you may proceed. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor. I apologize for the cursory opening. So that is the contest, is the start date on the new amount. The state is asking, and I believe that's going to be the only issue. Ms. Morales is wanting unreimbursed medical. So the state is, but we've not pled for that. So the state is requesting a final order today, but to reserve her right to seek unreimbursed medical and dental.
I'll have you specifically put that in there, but since it wasn't pled for, I don't think it'll be waived by the new filing. So not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And then other than that, I believe the evidence will show that there's one child in, one child out. That there's Ms. Morales has medical coverage through her employer. The monthly cost to her $367 a month, which is within the 9%.
What? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. The cost to her is $367.
Got it, okay.
But because anyway, so I believe the agreement is that Mr. Ariana will pay $250 of the medical, and then he'd pay $42 of the dental. And then the guideline child support would be $708. And then the requested repayment on the amount that's owed would be $100 a month, and would be well, I guess depending on when the court starts the new obligation, that would determine when we would request to confirm the arrears.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you.
Yes, sir.
Who's the child that we're here on?
Samara Morales, my daughter.
Yes, ma'am. So let's talk about how much is owed. Your Honor, I'd offer what's been marked as States 1.
Folks, this is State's Exhibit number 1. This is the financial activity report in your case that shows what monies have been paid for child support and what has not. Is there any legal reason this should not come into evidence at this time, Ms. Morales?
I have no reason.
All right, Mr. Ariana, any objection to the court having this data, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Stage 1's admitted. You may proceed, Mr. Diamond.
Thank you, Your Honor. And so, Ms. Morales, my understanding is that the agreement is that the money that's owed, Mr. Ariana will repay $100 a month. Is that your understanding?
For the back pay?
Yes. Well,
is that what? Yeah.
That term back pay gets kind of used loosely. Specifically, it's the arrears, the money that he owes you that wasn't paid.
I think, yeah, they lowered it down to 100. It was previously 2.
Okay. And you understand that I can't give you the exact amount of what that's going to be, because what I request is going to depend on when the court starts the new obligation.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay. All right. And then let's talk about things going forward. Who provides health coverage for your daughter?
I do, and I pay for it. He's only paid about $95 a month, but it's been $300 and something for the last 3 years, and that's been on me the whole time.
Okay. And so, and my understanding is, you have one other child, is that correct? So that it's this child and another child are covered by your policy?
No, I have 3 children. My boys are 25 and 22. They're out of the homes. The only reason I put them on the insurance is because my HR lady told me paying for 1 child is the same as paying for 3. So she said there's no reason for you not to put them on there. But if I didn't have to get insurance for my daughter, I would not be paying it right now, because my insurance is even covering my diabetic medicine. And now I have to, on top of insurance, I have to pay for me and my daughter. That doesn't cover it much. I have to also pay for my, diabetes medicine on top of that.
Yes, ma'am. So my understanding is $250 a month is what Mr. Ariana will contribute for the health coverage. Is that your understanding?
Yes, I think that was what we said.
All right. And I didn't specifically ask this. The coverage is it through your work or another source?
It's through my job. Yes, sir.
Okay. And then my understanding is Mr. Ariana will contribute $42 a month for the dental support. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Sir. Yes.
Okay. I told the court that the guideline child support calculation, that's the money going forward, not backwards, is $708 a month. Is that your understanding?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's your request that the court begin that new obligation on November the 1st of 2023, as opposed to
Yes.
the beginning of next month?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so I think this is probably going to come down to an equitable issue. So you were talking about the diabetes that you have to, the medicine for diabetes that you have to pay for. How much
Yes,
do you spend a month for your diabetes medicine?
It's about $300 a month.
Okay. What do you make a month approximately?
A month, gross.
Yes.
I think it's 2,300.
Okay.
About 2,300.
All right. And are you a single earner household, or do you have somebody else in the household who
I'm
earns a
single.
living?
I'm single. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just my income.
Okay. And so other than the diabetes medicine, what other extraordinary circumstances do you face that you ask the court to consider?
Well, I've also paid for my daughter's braces, and they're completely paid off now. And I would like for him to pay 50% of that, because I've never asked him to pay for anything else this whole time. I mean,
All
since
right.
she was born.
All right. Well, the braces, and I should have dealt with this earlier. What I'm requesting the court to do, I'm requesting the court to save that for another day, to basically preserve your right to sue Mr. Ariano for his share of the braces or any other medical or dental expenses that you've covered.
Okay.
And the reason I'm asking for that is because the state we've not pled for that, so it would not be properly before the court unless Mr. Ariano were agree to waive the right to be served on that issue. So is what I propose acceptable? We save that for another day?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. So what other factors are you asking the court to consider with equitable issues with regard to the start date? What other hardships are you facing? You have people in your household with disabilities. You taking care of elderly parents. What else is going on?
It's just me and my daughter. I mean, it's a single family income. I help my sons when they need it, but the hardships are just the insurance that I have is super high, and I had to get a second job to pay for the insurance and also my diabetes medicine. So on top of the regular job, I work a part-time job after I get out.
So how many hours a week are you having to work to get by?
5 days. I work Monday through Friday. I work 4 hours in the evening. So I work from 6 a.m. to about 9 p.m. in the evening total with both jobs.
Okay. So we're talking like 50 or 60 hours a week that you're working?
Yes.
Okay. I'll pass a witness, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'll be back to you in just a moment. I'll go ahead and let the state call your next witness, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Ariana, will you state your full name, please?
John Paul Ariana.
Okay, so let's go through this the same questions to you. so my understanding is that whatever the repayment amount, well, the court will decide the month that we're going to confirm the arrears. But the agreement is that you'll repay $100 a month on what's owed on the child support. Is that your understanding?
That is my understanding.
All right. And I guess I don't know that we have an understanding or an agreement on what will be repaid on the back medical support, although it's not, I think it's like only $190 as of today.
It is only $109. And as far as the retroactive, sir.
Well, I promise I'll give you a chance to speak your piece on that. But let's if we can go through this in the order that the order will be drafted, it'll probably make it easier on the court.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's talk about the current amount. So I told the court you're willing to contribute $250 a month on the medical support and $42 a month on the dental support. Was that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then you agree that the child support, the current child support going forward, would be $708 a month. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I proposed to Ms. Morales that we save the unreimbursed expenses for another day. Is that acceptable to you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, and I cut you off. You were wanting to tell the court your side of things on the retroactive. So this is your opportunity. Why do you believe that going retroactive on the start date would not be appropriate?
Yes, sir. I don't believe that was appropriate because I was served first with a transfer date before anything else. And then I believe that should be taken effect after this date that we're speaking right now.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. I mean, she raises some issues, right? She's got diabetes. She's having to pay a bunch of money for insulin. She's making like $2,300 a month, and she's having to work 60 hours a week in order to do that. So what do you have going on your side that the hardships that you be dealing with?
Yes, sir. Let me explain that. I do have a 10-year-old son that today is the first day that the Court of Texas has recognized that. I haven't brought that up before. I do pay child support for him. I do pay medical and I do pay dental for him. For as far as medical expenses for my daughter, I don't have any communication from Sonia. I don't know where she's living currently. In the last 10 years, I think I've seen her 5 or 6 times. She hasn't asked or informed me about any medical or dental decisions. Or this is the first time I've heard about the braces in court. I have not had visitation. That is not that she's not been there. She does come by every 2 years to bring her by for picture op. I just don't have any information. Last I heard from my daughter, she was they didn't have a permanent resident in Texas. They were living in New Mexico in a van. She's working remotely. My daughter is also currently going to school online. She doesn't go to a high school in Texas. And I don't know much. I don't have much information, sir, at this time.
Okay. Well, so I guess the questions that I'm really asking more about the money.
Oh, yes.
The issues about your access and whether or not Ms. Morales is improperly denying you access, that would be something you'd have to take to the district court. But you certainly have the right to be heard on that issue. From a monetary standpoint, I mean, I realize that I take it you live out of state. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, I do live in Colorado, sir. And I guess from monetary standpoint, for the last 10 years, the court has not recognized that I have another child. And I have not put that on there, and it has not been reduced. My amount that I pay for my child, my son.
Sir, when was that last child born?
He was born in April 2nd of 2014. And I believe I provided the previous lady with my divorce decree from in the court documents, Your Honor, for child support that I am supposed to
Sir,
be.
is somebody talking to you in the background?
What's that?
Yes,
Yes,
in the background.
yeah, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Don't do that. Unless they licensed to practice law in the state of Texas, they got to stop right now. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. All right. You may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. So I have not in the last 10 years. My son was born April 2nd, 2014. I have not added that onto, they have not put that on my court record, or I have not had a reduction in my 20% that I pay, because I also pay that on top of my child support to Texas.
All right, Mr. Ariana, I see that you did a child support review order in Nectar County back in 2016.
Yes.
Signed off on that, and it doesn't say anything about the second child.
Yes,
Yes,
I did do a second one, and I did not have the documentation at the time, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, then, sir. Well, like I said, I just wanted to get that on the record why that wasn't added the last time.
Yes, Your Honor.
2016, there was an order done. It says one child in and no others. So, all right, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
You may proceed with any other items you wish to tell the court this time, sir.
That's all I have at this time, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Diamond, can you tell me what day the order, the matter was actually filed or hit Coryell County as part of their system?
It's tricky going back. It would, they're different cause numbers, Your Honor. We, the modification was filed in Ector County, August the 30th.
Okay, yeah, I got all that.
As far as when we received it, I guess it probably would have been whenever the transfer went through, which I got to go into the virtual case file, Your Honor. Sometimes these notes are helpful. Sometimes they're not so helpful. I'm looking for the actual transfer order. So I have a transfer certificate that was filed in Coryell County, November 3rd, 2023.
All right, thank you. That'll do it. All right, then, is there anything else, Ms. Morales, you want to tell the court after hearing Mr. Ariano's information, ma'am?
Yeah, the last time he took me to court. I didn't take him. And this time I did bring him to court because it's been like 6 years. I have been taking care of my daughter alone. He mentioned no contact. Well, he never reaches out to my daughter either. So, I mean, I would love just to have the help that was supposed to be there.
All right, thank you.
May I ask either one of them maybe one or two more questions, Your Honor?
All right, go right ahead, Mr. Diamond.
So Ms. Morales, he was previously ordered to pay you what, like $350 a month? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
$361 a month, is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
$361 on the child support and $95 on the medical support. That's the current amounts, not the repayment.
That's the current amount.
All right, so he's going from $361 to $70. Basically, the amount's doubling. Is that part of your contention that that probably his child support should have doubled a long time ago, and it's finally caught up with him, and that's why you're asking to start at November 1?
Yes, sir. I mean, I gave him 6 years. If I would have done this 3 years ago, he would have been paying way more child support and then come back again every 3 years, like I have the right to do. But I don't mess with him. He doesn't mess with us. I'm just asking for the last part of life because she's about to graduate. It's getting more expensive, not cheaper. This world has got more expensive. He mentioned I live in a van. I live in an RV because of the expenses that I cannot afford a home in Austin. That is my living situation.
Not always need that much money. No.
All right, she's talking again, Mr. Ariano, or somebody else. Is that on your side, Ms. Morales, or is that on Mr. Ariano's side?
No, that's his sister talking.
All right. Last warning, Mr. Ariano.
Yes,
she can't get in trouble, but you can. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
All right, no more. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Nothing further from me, Your Honor.
All right, folks. Here's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Like I said, this is one of the ones I can throw the baby out with the bathwater because it is what it is. And this child is how old at this time, Miss Morales?
She'll be 17 in 2 days.
Okay, and when she graduate?
She'll graduate next year, May 2025, about May or June.
Okay, so she'll turn 18 in August of next year?
No, the 4th of July of next year, she'll turn 18, but school doesn't. Yeah. So, yeah.
It goes to she's 18 or graduates from high school. So, okay.
Yes. So I guess, yes, sir. It's July the 4th.
All right, Mr. Ariana, based on that, I'm going to start the child support new amount, December 1, 2023. You're only gonna be on this for another, year, sir. So, that's what I'm looking at. So again, and it's been 7 years now, not 6. So yeah. So obviously,
Yes, sir.
those are the circumstances. I technically can go all the way back to the date of service, when it was in, Ector County, sir, but I'm gonna wait till it got to my jurisdiction. So I'm gonna go with the 1st of December, 2023 for the new child support amount and the new cash medical amount. I'm going to, also, I'm gonna go over to 200. Again, ma'am, I understand that the reason you have it is because your daughter, but there are other children getting benefit of that based on the fact that you know, the new criteria is that kids can be on your medical insurance to 25 on up if they're in school with certain items. So I'm gonna go ahead and but I am gonna go ahead and just order 200 on that and not order anything in addition to that. Again, as far as the arrears are concerned,
Your Honor, the arrears as of November the 30th would be $12,000 on the child support, $12,080.70. And then the medical support would be 48 cents, Your Honor.
all right, here's what I'm looking at then. Okay, I'm sorry, I had the wrong one in front of me. All right, so as of
So would request the court, they agreed that he would repay $100 a month. So I would request the court to honor that agreement, and then whatever the court wants to do on the 48 cents.
all right, the 48 cents, I'm not gonna worry about it. That should get taken out in the wash sooner or later.
Yes, sir.
But his bill, Mr. Ariana, again, because of the unpaid child support amount, I'm gonna go ahead and order it repaid at 100. But once the child turns 18 and emancipate, the full child support amount still rolls over until this thing is paid in full. So after the child turns 18, not only will it be the 100, but it'll be the 700 and some change that you already pay on regular child support to get this taken care of and out of here. So I do need to make you aware of that. I'm not sure if the state told you about that or if the mom was aware of that, but because you still owe that much in back child support, the child support amount will continue in full until you're down to 0 on that unpaid child support amount, sir. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and set it up like that. Like I said, I'm gonna start at the 1st of December. I'm reducing the judgment, the unpaid child support. I'm ordering repayment at 100, and that's like I say, it kicks over to be in the full amounts to be included. And let's see, that's it. I forgot that quick. The child's birthday is in July or August, ma'am. I'm sorry.
4th of July, sir. 2 days
4th of
from
July.
now.
2 days from now.
He's a firecracker
okay.
for sure.
Born on the 4th, shizzle. That song's for her then. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah.
So when next year on the 1st of August, it'll still, so the new amount, the full child support amount will start going toward the unpaid child support. So by then, it's not going to go down that much, only at $100, because it's 50 going toward the interest and 50 going toward principal. So that's only going to be down about $500, $600. So if we're going forward, the rest of that will take care of it until it zeroes out. And I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and I'm going to waive court costs on this one because this one took so long to get there, sir. So if the county tries to send the bill, they won't send it to you, okay? Or you, ma'am. So I'll start with you, Ms. Morales. Any questions, ma'am?
So just to clarify, the insurance part, you took it down to 200?
I thought that was supposed, that was the amount that was requested.
250, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry,
250.
250. I'm sorry, my mistake.
I just want to make sure.
Okay,
Yes,
the
sir.
agreement was for 250, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, then 250. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I thought it was 200. So yeah, 250, and but that doesn't start till the 1st of August. Okay.
Okay.
All right. The child support starts back in December. Any other questions, Ms. Morales?
No, sir, that's it.
All right, Mr. Ariana, any questions, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Just when did everything, or when do I start paying that, the 250 on that?
250 starts the 1st of August. The other amount is obviously going to, it started as of December, but you need to go ahead and start paying that immediately. And again, that will be taken care of once you, when the child emancipates, and you'll really start hitting your stride on that once the child emancipates and the full amount of child support starts at that point. The state's not going to take out, you're not going to get hit with a lot of extra going forward, sir. So if you want to go ahead and pay the it'd be a good idea for you to go ahead and pay the difference in July of what you're supposed to pay, but that'll keep the amount from being higher when you have to start paying it down. But for right now, you can go ahead and pay the entire amount for July, but going forward, so long as you pay the full child support amount and the repayment amount and the cash medical amount each month, you're good. And then, like I said, all be equaled out once you the child emancipates and that amount continues, and they'll take care of the retroactive amount of child support and the judgment for unpaid child support.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any other questions, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Is there anything else I need to rule on this matter, Mr. Diamond?
Your Honor, I'm asking a question of my colleagues that are more familiar with our financial system. I don't know that my financial department is gonna do real well with having different obligation start dates. Would it?
As far as the medical is concerned, you mean?
Well, that's. I'm sorry. I take that back, Your Honor. Ms. Hubbard is telling me it'll be fine.
Yeah, but the medical is the only difference. Everything else is just is as it is. So yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
The starting amount on that date, but you know, the payments and everything else going forward should be taken care of automatically. Anything else,
Your
Mr.
Honor.
Diamond?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right then, Mr. Morales, Miss Morales, Mr. Ariana, are they both free to go, Mr. Diamond?
Yes, Your Honor. Nothing further.
All right, you're both free to go. The state's going to prepare an order and circulate it to you by DocuSign. Sign off on it doesn't mean you agree to it. It just means that's what the court ordered, and those are the circumstances. If you have any questions concerning that, obviously you can contact the Attorney General's office, or of course you always have the right to talk to your own counsel. So you're both free to go at this time, and we're off the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, thank you.